Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Sounds of the Diaspora, artist to artist, a conversation with yours truly, Dion Parson. I'm really excited about our guest tonight. This is someone that I had the pleasure over the Christmas break to go to Japan with Elio Villafranca's quartet, and this young lady was the vocalist in that group, and we had such a ball, man. We had a great time. So please join me in welcoming vocalist, composer, arranger, and educator, Miss Briana Thomas.
Hello.
Hey, Bria,
Hey,
how's it
it's
going?
good to see you again.
Good to see you. Looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Beautiful hat. I love it.
Thank you.
One of the many stories of our trip to China, the hat.
Yes.
All right. Great. So, how things been since you've been back?
They've been good. I think we all hit the ground running.
Hmm.
I came back to a new semester at school. I teach now, and I came back to several gigs, and it was just, I wish we had so much more time. May our time together be plentiful and more.
I know how it is.
Yeah.
So, vocalist extraordinaire. We had so much fun in Japan, not Japan, China, and it was just amazing. You sang this song. You actually blew me away because I remember you talking with Ellie about singing this Chinese traditional song for the New Year's, and it was a conversation for a couple of days, and then we got to the sound check like half an hour before the show or hour before the show, and you just pulled out this song and started singing it in Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the manager of the club, Tico, gave Ilio a recording of a young man singing the song, and at breakfast that day,
Hmm. The same day.
Ilio get the same. He gave me the recording, and I was in the woodshed doing what we do. So
Hmm.
it was quite an experience, and it made me even more grateful for my beloved voice teacher and all the people who have helped me understand this instrument right here. Because I was listening to that man's vowels,
Hmm.
following the trail. And so, but it was such a joy to play that. That arrangement was killing with the second line and the swing, and the audience was singing with us. And it truly was something I won't forget. I snuck a little recording, so
Oh,
I'll
you
send
did?
it to
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Send it to me because I really wanted to hear. But the thing that really impressed me the most, I mean, yeah, you're a vocalist and diction is part of the what you present, but you nailed the Cantonese. I mean, it was Cantonese, right? Y-
Yes.
Yes, you nailed that phonetic. And I remember the night of the show, one of the workers I'm not sure if she was the manager or one of the waiters or something, but she brought her daughter to kind of check it out or something was,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Rita.
Yes,
Yes.
and it was checking out because you like wrote it out with your own description of how it sounded.
I sure did, so that I would help myself, because it's not an easy language. But I mean, as musicians, we know not only listen to tone, we listen to the percussive qualities or how things meld and fit together. And I was listening for all of that so I could know the inflections of everything. And they have a way of making inflections, and so I was listening hard because it is very different from English, obviously. But um the breath and the tone carry the note and impact
Mhm.
the ability to say it like you say it. So I
Right.
was I was really trying my best, and it means a lot that you enjoyed it, because I certainly had a good time.
Yeah. I had no choice to enjoy because after we played it that night, it stuck in my head for about 2 weeks. That's the only that's the only song I can. I
Shing,
was
shing.
I was talking with Edward on the plane coming back. He's like, "Man, are you still hearing that shiny song?" Oh, I am, bro.
It's a very
So
catchy melody.
it is, yeah,
Very.
it is, it is. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. But it's really good to talk to you about this and kind of reminisce about the good things that we've done. But our audience is saying like, okay, so who's Brianna? And what's going on with her? So I know you shared the story with me while we were there that your father was a drummer
Yes.
and he put you on stage like 6 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a drummer. He played the drum set.
Mm,
When he was younger and in high school, he played in marching band. And so he was doing all the paradiddles and all of the things.
mm,
And he also played though like conga drums. So with the band he played with, I would see him from the time that I can remember playing either a drum set with the band and singing um, in harmony or lead, and or playing congas
mm,
and singing with the band. And when I was 6, he not only brought me on stage in front of like 2,000 people at the Taste of Peoria, uh, classmates, teachers, everybody. Peoria is not that big. It seemed like all of Peoria was there.
mm,
um, but he pulled me on stage and had me sing. But he was extraordinary because I, kids pick up music like they pick up words. They pick up. I was listening to him. He sang the phrase "To What a Wonderful World" while playing drums in a space and time in the song while the song was going, in such a way that when I sang it, it landed exactly where it needed to in the song.
mm,
And that, I mean, a seasoned musician may be like, but as a kid, the language and the understanding of music that I was around with him, he was extremely talented. He passed in 2005,
mm.
and
I hear that.
I'm always sorry to hear that, but I have to say I'm so glad he's at peace.
Mm,
And I am also very blessed that people remember and know him, and um, that he, at his services, they came up to me and they said they had never known anybody more talented than him.
mm,
And that was just, you know, um, I knew him, he was my dad. And so the things, it's like if you're next to a superhero all the time, you don't really know that their talents are that extraordinary. You just used to it because they shine like that.
mm,
And I realize now more than ever the deep impact and influence, musically and just in life, in general. You can hear the voices of your loved ones speaking to you when
mm.
you need.
Right. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So he basically gave you your first exposure to the music scene, and from that it kind of grew.
Yes, and my mother will harm me. He passed in 2015. I don't know why I said 2005. We had him longer. It was 2015.
Mhm,
But he did. He exposed me to so many things. He listened to everything that you can think of. I mean, I remember him bringing me into the space where he was, and in the living room he had like his area where his music, his congas were set up. The drum set would sometimes be set up in the dining room area, actually. And he would bring me over there and play different things for me and ask me very young, like, what do you think about this? How does this make you feel? Is this a man or a woman that you're listening to? I remember the first time he played Nina Simone for me, he asked me these kinds of questions. And I was very young. I was probably like 7, and at 6 years old, he put me in drum. He got me a tutor, a drum teacher. I asked him once why he didn't teach me himself, and he said it was very good for both of us.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me, I know. Yeah, yep. Mhm. But that's great. But as you grew and you mature and you develop more, you eventually left Peoria and moved to New York and got on the scene early. Went to college there and did some really great things there. Tell us about your experience once you came to New York.
Oof, I came to New York. So when I left Peoria, I moved first to Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
And I lived there for 2 years. And I sang and I worked with friends who were musicians. And then I came to New York at the behest of one of my friends. He was like, "You need to get to New York." He had just graduated Manhattan School of Music. He and his twin brother, Roland and Rassan Barber,
Mhm.
a tremendous saxophonist and trombonist. And they graduated cum laude from Manhattan School of Music. And they were like, you should come to New York. And I was looking at my empty pockets and I was like, I'm not sure how that's going to happen. But they suggested that I audition for school. So I auditioned at the New School for Jazz and
Mhm.
Contemporary Music, and I got a full ride.
Beautiful.
I I was very fortunate. I was still a struggling college kid. I had to pay for my dormitory. And but that was much better than having to pay for what I definitely was not going to be able to afford. So I came with a hope and a dream, and I was able to take those hopes and dreams and put them around people who believed in me. Thank God that He put me in the right place at the right time. I had a two voice teachers at the New School. The first voice teacher I had ever in life, Richard Harper, Dr. Richard Harper. Um, Amazing. He taught like Jasmine Horn, Melanie Charles, Liz Wright. Um, he's worked with Lena Horne on Broadway. He's plays all kinds of instruments and just a creative genius. And um, also, one of the amazing things about him is that he was such a generous teacher. He gave space for me to become who he saw that I would become, and he guided me in down that path, and he still does. I still go back to Mr. Harper because he's the best. And then um his teacher actually, who he studied under, um Kamal Scott, I studied with him as well, and both of them, like Kamal, again, amazing and such a generous teacher. A good teacher will look at you and show you yourself, the better parts of yourself, and inspire you to work towards it, and make you know that it is possible and that it just takes tenacity, baby steps. You got to crawl before you walk, and you just got to keep at it. And to celebrate the things along the way that you achieve and to learn to recognize those, because that is what the momentum of learning needs. And so I learned that from him. He told me that the way you are taught, you will teach. And he really was, both of them actually, very transformative for me because I knew I sang well. I had been to the Betty Carter Jazz Ahead program when I was a senior in high
Okay.
school. I was the only high school student. The first year I went, the second year there was a kid that was 16. I was 17. And we were the only two high school students. I remember this one kid called me jailbait, and I had to call my mom and ask what it meant. I said, "What's that mean?" And she was like, who said that to you?" It was a
That's
joke. They were all big. They're all of them. That was a family of people that I gained when I went to the Betty Carter Jazz Ahead program at the Kennedy Center, and it changed my outlook on music in that I was singing from the time I was 6, and I did some pretty amazing, prestigious things. I had certificates from the governor of Illinois. I was recognized in many ways, but
mhm.
I was not yet discerning enough in my spirit. I had not decided this is definitely something I can do. And when
Right.
I went to the Betty Carter Jazz Ahead program, I came back from that program, and even my best friend looked at me and she said, "You even look different." And we were inseparable. We're still inseparable. And I felt different because I knew that I wanted to sing and that is what I wanted to do. And furthermore, it was the first time that that program requires that you write. And my teacher, Mary Jo Papich, came to me and said, "I want you to try out for this program." And I waited until, read the fine print, ladies and gentlemen. I waited until the
Mhm.
day before the submission was due in a by mail, and I looked on the paper and it said that you had to compose something. I had already recorded, I think it was Cherokee in Summertime. And I was in love at the time, so there was a poem I had written, a young man. I had not even handed it to him yet. I don't even know if I had planned to. But
Mhm.
I sat at a piano and put music to it. And the real transformative part was when I got to the program, we spent 2 weeks there. And with teachers like Nathan Davis, Winnard Harper, Dr. Billy Taylor came in, but during that time he was not feeling well, so we only experienced him briefly. But I'm so pleased to say that I got to spend time with him
Right.
after that. But like Carmen Lundy, like all of these amazing people that some of which I hadn't heard of, but newly discovered. And so they just fanned the flames, you know, showed me things, talked real talk to me. I did not have my sheet music the first year because although I wrote a song, I didn't know how to write it out. And
Okay.
Carmen was like,
You got to change that.
the second year I came back, I showed up like, look at these two songs. So, and Carmen, I wrote them. And that's why I went to the new school, truly, is because that program, it was just being in a room with random, seemingly random. What brought us together was music and our love for expressing ourselves. But it was like hearing the song that all I could play was, all I could do was play triads on the piano, three notes for whoever doesn't know what a triad, three notes. And suddenly I'm in a room full of these amazing musicians, and they're taking this idea that I had and doing something with it that I had not ever. It was like so much more than I could have imagined. And that's when I realized, oh, I like to write too.
Right.
And so I went to the new school so that I could learn the language, reading, um, everything, the theory, all of it, so that I could express myself, so that I could get these ideas that were in my head out. And um, all of that whole experience, Betty Carter Jazz Ahead, the new school, that combined, by the time I graduated, I knew. By the time I left Betty Carter, I knew I wanted to sing for a living. By the time I graduated the new school, with the fanned flames from Betty Carter, I knew I wanted to sing and write. And I looked at one of my classmates. His name is Conan Pappas. He's an amazing pianist from New Orleans. He didn't know me and I didn't know him. And I said, hey, man, you want to be in my band? And little did he know I didn't have a band. He was the band. But
He was the band. I love it.
he said yes. But 10 years later, here we are after this. So he was the first piece of the band, and that would have been around like 2011. By 2011. I don't know why I keep 2005 in my head. This must be something. By 2011, here we go, fast forward to like 2016. The whole band is complete. And I'm doing the Pittsburgh International Jazz Fest, and I look at everyone that I've hired. Janice Burley Wilson, she hired me for that festival. And I asked her, I said, I have this dream to bring this spread. I need this, and she brought me. And I looked at everyone leaving that festival. We got on the train back to New York City, and I handed them their checks. And I said, by the way, this is the band. And this year we are 10 years old. So
that's great. And it
yeah,
feels good to have your own band, right?
it does. It feels like an extension of, it feels like somebody takes the thoughts that are in your head and does so much more with them because they're masters on what they do. And it just brings so much color into everything.
So let me ask you this: having your own band, being what you call it, being a band leader, and being a side person, a side man, side woman in somebody else's band. Because I know you've been featured in some great
Yes.
bands. How do you prepare yourself for each one? Because it's two different mindsets. I mean, you're singing in both of them, but how do you prepare yourself?
You have to know how to follow in order to be able to lead well, I believe. I think that if you know how to follow and the importance of your role as someone who is following someone else's vision, then you show up and you make yourself available in every way that you can to help them accomplish that vision. And the common goal is to make the music flow well.
Right.
So working with, like, when we went to China and the band was just flaming, like, it was flaming. If we had another name, would have been Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Yes.
We were flaming, and it was such a joy. I think that I feel I love to sing. It's like my favorite thing to do on in all of life. And so whenever I get the chance to sing, whether it's with someone else's group or my own, and this is something too with my own group, I am the band leader, but I always tell them, when we're on the stage, we're singing together, we're playing together, we're doing this
Oh yeah,
all
yeah.
year, we're together.
It's a
So
collective.
I have to trust them too. I have to listen to them, and we build together. We build that mountain one grain of sand at a time. And like, I just really believe preparation. The first thing is to make yourself available and to understand someone, whatever their vision is, make yourself available to help them with their vision. You learn a lot along the way. I learn so much because different minds think differently. I'm so inspired, like, if I go in there and I am trying to put what I do all over everything, then it's just, it could be
Mm.
so much better.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I mean, and that's great. That's a really great analogy of being able to be a great leader, being a great follower. But you've worked with some amazing,
Yes.
artists. Share with us. I mean, from Winter and Marcellus on down, but share with us some of the artists that you've worked with.
Um, I've had the great privilege of working with, um, I will start with Jazz and Lincoln Center. When I graduated college, um, I remember thinking, what now? Like, I remember contemplating whether or not I was going to move back to Nashville, Peoria, or just away from New York, because in college, I got to college and I buckled down. I never really did go anywhere or do anything. Um, God provides, and so I went to a New Year's Eve. I called the club. The tickets were like $400, and I called and I said, "Can I just stand on the back wall?"
Mm.
And Winton was playing that night with his band. It was the first time I saw him live, and I met him. And by February, we were working together. He had brought me on board for his Meet Me at the Crossroads show that shows the intersection between Black music and music in general in this country.
Mm.
And he did this lecture at Harvard and had me sing a few, and I met Reginald Veal. I knew Houston Person from Nashville. In fact, when he saw me at rehearsal, he was like, "I knew you first." I love him. And Lucky Peterson.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, everything about him was just giving. Like, he was quiet to a certain extent, and when he said something, it was like, like, and he was funny, and he was so kind. And
Mm.
like, I just that whole experience was, it was like, well, you're out of college now, and I got thrown into the pot, and I had to learn. There's etiquette. I was very quiet and shy. Didn't talk a lot. You can't tell, but
I was about to say, really?
yeah, I was like, but it really taught me. It gave me a bite size, a gigantic bite of what it was like to work with real professionals in New
Mhm.
York City. I had worked with so many amazing teachers at the new school, but this was being on a bandstand, having to show up and know what I was doing without tutelage, without somebody holding my hand,
Mhm.
and um after the working with them, and Winton was very, I'll say this, he showed me, he was explaining to me what he was looking for without giving it away to me. And um at the end, I remember he looked at me and he was like, "You the real deal. You did your homework. I like you. You got
Yeah.
my respect."
Mhm.
And he, because he has a way of explaining I remember he told me to listen to Ethel Waters, who I was not too aware of at the time. And every time I put Ethel Waters in to, Spotify or whatever I was listening to, other singers would come up. And finally, I was noticing Ella was coming up a lot. And I
Mhm.
had much understanding of Ella. I'd been listening to her since I was 12. And so I took what I knew from that and I went into rehearsal, and what he was looking for, I finally understood.
It came up.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it came up. So there's language that is like, you learn along the way. And I I've worked with Diane Reeves, who was like,
Mhm.
my teacher gave me a CD of her when I was 12, and we were going to the North Sea Jazz Festival, and she happened to be there, and I saw this huge poster of her, and it was the North Sea Jazz Festival, so it was like here, there, everywhere. Patty Austin was there with her keyboard called Sideways.
Mhm.
um, and
Mhm.
my mother, she came with me, of course. It was with the high school big band. We saw David Sanborn. We saw BB King. Threw He was the original OG. He took coins out his pocket and threw it into the crowd.
Mhm.
And like, all the people were so tall that they let me and my mother come forth. I'm like 5'2" and my mom is shorter than me. So they were like, much taller than us. But all of these experiences, I mean, there are so many teachers. Ron Carter, that worked at NIU, um, Brian Carter's father,
Mhm.
saxophonist. Like, he introduced me to the Basie Orchestra. He recommended me to the
Right.
Basie Orchestra, and I'd known him a long time because he was a clinician when I would go around with the big bands that I sang and played saxophone with.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, Miss Papich made me stay on the saxophone. It was a great decision. It was much to my chagrin, but I learned a lot sitting in the section.
Mhm.
Like having to follow and listen, having to hear all of the parts stack up and know, it just gives you a different perspective. But the Count Basie Orchestra, the Jazz and Lincoln Center Orchestra, Diane Reeves, Renee Marie, who is one of my favorite people and songwriters, um, and they've stayed in touch with me and been so encouraging. And um, I just Steve Miller, I never in a million years, fly like an eagle, Steve
Mhm.
Miller.
Mhm.
Um, I they called me from Jazz Lincoln Center and told me he was doing a show and they wanted to put me on the show. And my face was on the floor. I showed up at rehearsal so nervous that he stood next to me. And I was like, I'm sure this man don't like me. He stood right next to me and he didn't look at me. He said, instant greatness. That relationship turned into such a kind and loving. He liked me from jump. He's very intuitive and super down to earth, and he sees beyond the veil. And so, like, I just feel like he saw me. He said some things to me that no one has ever said to me in such powerful ways that made me feel seen. When a teacher and a mentor makes you feel seen, then all those hangups, you know
There
what
you
I mean? Like, so
go.
so he's a mentor and friend of mine. He told me, actually, this last album that we did, the Briana Thomas band, called Everybody Knows. When I was showing him the album, he didn't know that I wrote songs. And he told me I was just as good of a songwriter as I was a vocalist. And that was the first time somebody had said that to me.
Mhm.
And it was, something I will not forget. And then he said to me that he went into um, a space, like, for some time to write. And he told me, I think he said he went to the woods, like, for some months, and
Mhm.
worked on writing. And he said, I want you to go write me some hits and then come back and see me.
Okay.
And so I've been working on it.
That's great. That's good. Well,
I've been
one
working.
of the things, talking about writing and composing and arranging, I mean, you talked about your album, Everybody Knows, and you shared some music with us. It's just amazing with the path you've taken. I know it hasn't been an easy path, but you've done the right stuff. You've done your homework, and end up in front and in the space with a lot of great musicians that have supported you. including me. I mean, I'm a fan, and it's really
Yeah.
amazing to just be here with you talking about. But I want our audience to know that because we're getting ready to play some of your music, and I want them to hear the voice, that we so much, really appreciate and cherish. So the first song you shared with us is a song entitled "It's a Sin to Tell a Lie." Now,
Yes.
briefly tell us about this song before we play it.
So, firstly, I'm your fan too. And I will not forget you coming up to me at Disney's. I was in college and you were like, I want to work with you. And I was like, and I'm still a fan. I was I just really do hope there's so much more on docket for
Mhm,
that in China was just amazing.
mhm.
Um it's a sin to tell a lie. My guitar player, I say mine, but he's belongs to life. He's worked with so many. His name is Marvin Sewell. We were at a rehearsal one day and he said, "This would be a great song for you." He suggested it for me and I listened to it. And when we came back to rehearsal again, I had this arrangement idea and I was singing it to the band. And then they added their 2 cents and we came up with this arrangement. And it's a song that I think is known. Many people have sung it from the Ink Spots to Billie Holiday. To It's one of those songs that stands the test of time, and it's a truth. And when we decided to put it on the album, it was kind of like a root to the album because the album is a bunch of truths. And that's how I was looking at the music on the album. So
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful. Well, let's check it out. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure you're true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Ooh, yes. Millions of hearts have been broken Don't you lie. Don't you lie.
It's a sin to tell a lie. Briana Thomas. Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I see Ken Navarro.
So rich and soulful. You really poured your soul into those lyrics. I felt every word. Nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. So that was from the album Everybody Knows, right? So was that your
Yes.
first album with the band?
That's my first album with the Briana Thomas band. The prior album was my first album, and that album was called You Must Believe in Love. And I brought together musicians, amazing musicians. Alan Johnson was on keys, Yasushi Nakamura on bass, and Ulysses Owens on drums. And then Marcus Printup and Wycliffe Gordon came and played with me. And that album was amazing. I did 4 originals on that album and arranged everything. And on this album, I arranged most, and I had 2 originals. And this one, everybody knows. Again, everybody knows it's a sin to tell a lie. So there was like a root truth in that song, and I knew that song had to be on the album. And it was like the middle of the bubble for me, and I put the rest of the album around that song in thought and spirit and in mind.
So let me ask you this. So the next song you shared with us is entitled How Much Forgiveness. So the first one is a sin to tell a lie. So how much forgiveness? Theme going on here. I see what's happening.
Well, everybody knows it's a sin to tell a lie, and everybody knows that it takes forgiveness to get over, but individually, we only know how much we have to give or need to receive. And I asked myself, this is a song I wrote, and I had gone through something really traumatic. And I'm not the only one in life. And when I was thinking about it, I was writing in my journal, and I was saying my prayers, and I was honestly a little angry. I was like, how long am I going to have to keep forgiving until I get over it? How long am I going to have to keep forgiving until I'm healed? And that's how this song came about. So it's begging the question, but it's for you to answer.
Okay. Well, let's check it out. And you said this is an original composition.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Thank you.
How deep can a hole in your soul go? How far back can you look to find a clue? And tell me how much forgiveness can belong to you? How much forgiveness can belong to you? Tell me how much much forgiveness can belong to you. And oh, don't it do no good to see this fragile heart wearing on my sleeve? Oh, don't you know how long it takes to learn to live with unkind fate? And when life becomes unwritten and we become undone, and the shadows that we cast keep us on the run, when the past hangs on tomorrow, despite how far we've come, great and mighty is the grace we found. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. How much forgiveness can belong to you? No, don't it do no good to see this fragile heart I'm wearing on my sleeve? And oh, don't you know how long it takes to learn to live with unkind fate? And when life becomes unwritten and we become undone, when the shadows that we cast keep us on the run, when the past hangs on tomorrow, despite how far we've come, great and mighty is the grace we found. Yeah.
How Much Forgiveness. That's, yeah, beautiful song.
Oh, thank you.
That moves people. Look at that.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
poured your soul into those lyrics. I felt every word. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Your singing touches the heart. You have amazing range and power throughout. Okay. Nice. You have a magnificent way of expressing words that are not the same after you belt them out. Right?
Thank you. It's for y'all. From
Mhm.
my heart to yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's jump right into the next song. This is one of the classics. That the first time I heard it was by Nina Simone, but you did a
Yes.
beautiful arrangement of this. Let's check this out, and then we can talk about this after. This is entitled "Mississippi Goddamn."
Yes.
Alabama, you got me so upset. Tennessee, you made me lose my rest. And everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows about Mississippi. Alabama, you know you got me so upset. Tennessee, you made me lose my rest. Everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows about Mississippi. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it? It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer. Alabama, you know you got me so upset. Tennessee, you made me lose my rest. Everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody me, for my sister, my brother, my people, and me. Yes, you lied to me all these years. You told me to wash and clean my ears, talk real fine, just like a lady, and you'd stop calling me Sister Sadie. Oh, but this whole country is full of lies. We all gonna die and die like flies. I don't trust you anymore. You keep on saying, go slow. But that's just the trouble. Too slow. Desegregation. Too slow. Mass participation. Too slow. Reunification. Too slow. Do things gradually. Too slow. Brings more tragedy. Too slow. Why don't you see it? Why don't you feel it? I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to live next to me. Just give me my equality. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, yeah. Everybody knows. Everything is everything. Everybody knows. Everybody knows everything all the time. Yes, they do. Everybody knows. Moral injustice. Everybody knows. Social injustice. Everybody knows. Crimes against humanity. Stop the press. You better ask yourself, what is this? Everybody knows. Stand up and take a knee. Stand up for you and me now. Everybody knows everything, everything, everything. What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? Everybody knows about Mississippi.
Now, I've never quite heard it that funky before.
Well, oh, thank you.
Yes, you put so much raw
Yes.
fury into this song that directly confronted Southern racism following the 1963 Birmingham church bombing that I remember well. Okay, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
great history. Broadway style tune, your peppy Broadway style tune contrasts with the intense, angry lyrics, making your message even more striking. Yeah, great. There you go. You bringing out all the best, Bree. And you had a problem with Bad Bunny.
Right.
That's right.
He was
I hear you.
amazing. He
Yeah.
named all the countries in North, South, and Central America and said, "God bless America." And I was living. I was
Yeah,
like,
because it's
getting,
America.
yes,
North
yes,
America,
and
right? Yeah.
exactly.
But-
This
but-
arrangement.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, we were really short for time. I want to squeeze the last song in, if you
I'm
don't
gonna
mind.
say. Can I say one thing?
Sure.
This is the title of the album because this at the time, the riots were happening in 2020.
Mhm.
When we put this, there was a lot going on, and it was the beginning of what we're still dealing with. But this is why we called it Everybody Knows, because everybody knows all those truths. How much forgiveness, it's a sin to tell a lie, all of the things.
Right. Great. I know so much to say. I know time is just not on our side, but I really want to get this last song in because it's so beautiful. This is entitled "Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying." Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Don't let the sun catch you crying, crying around my front door. You done your mama dirty, beat your head against the pavement till they come and throw you in jail. Don't let the sun catch you crying. Don't let it catch you crying around my front door. You done me dirty, you done me dirty, and I don't want you, I don't want you no more. Well, you can cry, 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 baby, you can wail. Beat your head against the pavement till they come and throw you in jail. Don't let that sun catch you crying. Don't let it catch you crying around my front door. You done me dirty, and your mama, she don't want you. I don't want you. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't need you. I don't want you no more. I don't want you. Don't need you. I don't want you no more.
Okay,
More
Brianna,
rage.
I love the energy. I love the energy. When I 16, take it. It's really
Yes.
energy.
And that was
that's-
featuring
Yeah.
the drummer on the record. He who played with us all the time. He's moved to California now, but he's all over. Kyle Poole. And it
Mhm.
featured also my percussionist from Brazil, Fernando Sassi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ryan Berg on bass. And
Al,
I-
Fernando, Ryan. Who else? You said Marvin Sewell on guitar.
yes, Marvin Sewell on guitar, Conan Pappas on piano, Ryan Berg on bass, and Fernando Sassi on percussion. And did I say Kyle Poole? I said Kyle Poole. Yes. And then that was the band for that album. That was the Briana Thomas band. And I have a philosophy: once you're in the Briana Thomas band, you're always in. People move around and do things, but I've been very fortunate to keep my core, keep the people. It's the drum chair. It's always the drummer. Everybody wants a good drummer. They're all touring with different people, but I've been so blessed that they love to work with me, and we're looking forward to recording soon again.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well,
Thank you for having me, Dion. This
you're
made
more
my
than
day.
welcome. You know, our time is up, but before you leave, can you share with our audience, our listening audience, how they can follow you and check you out?
Yes. So all of you who are on Instagram, my Instagram is at Breediful Life, and that is BreetifulLife, just like it sounds. And then there's also at Briana Thomas Band with 2 N's. And you can also follow me on my website, briannathomas.com. You can subscribe, and you can keep in touch via email, briannathomas@gmail. Please keep in touch.
Great.
I was very fortunate to get the Brianna. When I was growing up, nobody's name was Brianna. It was like Beth, Susan, Rachel, and now everybody, little kids named.
Well, thank you for sharing that information with the audience. Hopefully, you'll get some more fans based on the comments. You have a lot of fans already, and some more will, I'm sure, be joining us. But thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I knew you were at your university today teaching, and you kind of adjusted your schedule to be here. So we really, really appreciate you, and I look forward to our next
Me too. I can't wait. Everything next week and everything.
Great, great.
God
Thank you,
bless the
Brianna.
United Jazz Foundation. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys, and I will see y'all around.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank-
That's the one and only Miss Briana Thomas joining us tonight, telling us her story, and please follow her. She's amazing, has a lot of really, really great music out there. Support. Come back next week as we bring to the sounds of the Diaspora another amazing musician, another dear friend of mine, someone I've known from the time I got to New York in the 90s. And he's doing some great things, and you'll hear his story next week. Please come back and check out Mr. Steve Davis on trombone. You guys take care. It's been a pleasure having you. Join us tonight on our show, and we wish you all the best. Have a beautiful evening. Good night, everyone.